Good morning. I am Yash and I welcome you to Lights Camera Travel Private Limited. We are a travel agency with a difference. We promise no drama, only action. We are a company with a long legacy. We can help you with all sorts of travel air, water, road, you name it, we have it. We have created exceptional experiences in every field. Let me take you through some of them. Our air travel support is stuff of legends. We give you the right advice at the right time with the best possible speed. Our drivers are so friendly and so entertaining that you will remember them for life. Travel by air or road, we guarantee you dhamal. Family crisis, our cruise packages will save you. Been there, done that. This year, Earth was in trouble with the pandemic. So we decided to widen our offerings and take you to safer places. Trust us, if anything goes wrong, we won't leave you on your own. If you don't trust us, you can ask Matt Damon from Martian himself. We gave him exceptional quality service on Mars. Why restrict yourself to only what is available now? Want to enjoy the pristine places of the past? Or want a sneak peek into the future? Hop on to our time travel package and you will have an unforgettable time. Now, why do humans travel? To explore new cultures, to see new people, get new tastes? We can take you to cultures you could only dream of in nightmares. We make your nightmares come true. No matter what package you take, our expert chefs will give you the best quality and the most expensive food. We don't care if bhindi is 12 rupiah kilo or if paneer is available in Sonar ki dukaan. Our food has a different taste. Want to try something new, something exotic? Chef Bear Grylls will satiate all your needs with dishes you have not even heard of. After all, variety is the spice of life. You might be wondering, these experiences are so incredible, they might cost a bomb. Don't worry, our packages are affordable, starting at 5 lakh rupees per year, and we offer you the most flexible payment options in collaboration with the Vasuli Bhai, the most polite Vasuli Bhai of Golmaal. Our customers will testify that be it solo trips, be it domestic trips to Goa, or be it international trips to Spain with your entire group, our service is unmatched by anyone out there. So, the next time you want to travel, just say lights, camera, travel.
Thank you. Yes, I had taken a look into the video which you sent. Very nice, very nicely designed. Couple of questions I have before I will make a call. You mentioned legacy you have built. How long? What is your revenue last year? What is your margin? That is
I
financial.
didn't get the first part of the question. I mentioned what?
Legacy. So what
Legacy.
legacy
Yeah.
you have built, since you mentioned that you have built a legacy? What legacy? How long, etc. The second is a technical piece. Time travel package you mentioned. Which technology you are using? Has it been proven? And the third, customer mix. Everybody is showing Indian and Western economies. I think you forgot African. Are you going to target them too? These three questions for you.
Sure, I'll go part by part. And at the same time, as far as I understand this competition, it is supposed to be light and humorous. These are the instructions given to us. So when it comes to answering different questions on financial viability, legacy, I'll keep my answers in the light tone. I hope that's fine. All right. So coming to the legacy, as you can clearly see in the video also, the legacy is star-studded and the legacy is well proven. So when it is the star-studded, it automatically becomes trusted. And generally, whenever a celebrity in the regular sense of the word endorses a product, we as wise consumers generally tend to believe that they are just advertising the product, they do not use the product themselves. But as we can see in this particular PPT, that our travel agency has celebrities as customers and not as brand ambassadors. And I welcome you to Lights. So that's when it comes to legacy, I believe we have a very strong legacy which roots back many years. As
everybody, sorry, Master Yash, request everyone else to keep this one on mute because we can hear some disturbance. Thank you so much. Continue, Toastmaster Yash. Sorry about that.
So yeah, as far as legacy is concerned, instead of giving a hard number like 100 years, 84 years, and so on, I would simply say that referring to the PPT, the legacy is number one, qualitatively very strong, just by the number of stars you can see in the PPT, and quantitatively, the oldest movie which I can see in the PPT is probably Mr. Bean's Holiday, which is approximately 10 years old. So yeah, quantitatively the answer might be we have a 10-year-old legacy. Qualitatively, we can see number of celebrities who are already our customers. Coming to the financial model, again, finances are not really a trouble because the customers themselves are very elite. In spite of that, we have kept our membership fees very low, which I mentioned in the video. The membership fees are approximately 5 lakh per year. And when it comes to expanding the financial viability, we also offer a lot of value-added services. So, for example, which we have already mentioned, when it comes to 5 lakh rupees per year, these are basic travel agency services such as booking of flights, hotels, etc. But when it comes to extra support, which I mentioned in the very first slide of the legacy part, air travel support, what if my customers are stuck somewhere? Then those are value-added services which are chargeable extra, and that I think has proven very successful in the last 10 odd years of our legacy. Is there any part of the question which I have missed out? Probably part number 3 and 4. Could you please repeat it?
So I was talking about the revenue, total revenue last year, time travel practice technology, and your customer mix. Why exclude Africans?
Okay. So customer mix. As such, my video does not mention which kind of customers am I excluding specifically. It is open to all. Whoever has money can come in. We don't differentiate on the basis of nationality or your race. We are happy to provide our services to anyone who gives us the bucks. When it comes to time travel technology, as our revenues sources are already very high, we also have not spared any cost when it comes to licensing the best possible technologies from agencies like NASA. So, and when a technology comes with the backing of NASA, I am sure the word itself speaks for itself, and the technology part is taken care of by that. And as we can see in the video also, that the entire movie Interstellar, it used our technology, so it is proven and used also. Revenue last year, that's the last part of the question which I am yet to answer. revenue last year, which I have not specifically mentioned it in the video, but going back to the basics, we offer 5 lakh, the basic membership at 5 lakh rupees. Our customer base caters to approximately around 100 odd celebrities, so which takes our basic revenues from basic services to 5 crore rupees, and value added services would be extra, which vary every year.
Over to Ketan. I'm done. Thank you. Yes, for answering the question.
Thank you, Alok and Yash. So, Yash, you have all the traditional modes of transport, be it a train, a regular flight, as well as you have something which is elite, space travel, as well as time travel. Now, offering the same basic membership 5 lakhs to somebody who's interested in just the traditional mode of travel, train and a flight, doesn't seem fair. Where somebody who is wanting for a elite mode of travel, which is time travel or space travel, so you're cross subsidizing your elite travelers by charging more from your traditional from your customers who want traditional travel. So I think this is something you need to look into so that you can get more volume of business rather than cross subsidizing. Your thoughts?
So my thoughts on this are, this is not just a regular travel agency which just provides you with basic services. Now, since this travel agency is targeting elite customers, like I said, celebs, the very fact that by taking a membership you can be a part of an elite network, that itself is a big value add for all customers, even if they are using just the basic services of our firm. So it is not only, so the 5 lakh rupees, even though for air travel it might seem exorbitant, but when we look at it from the perspective of gaining an access to that elite network of celebrities, then it makes a lot of sense, and that's the reason our retention rates, even for customers who are using only our basic services, are very high.
Okay. Just to, as you will be aware, if anybody wants to travel in space, there is a lot of training required, right? A lot of time has to be invested by the celebrity. It's your time plus the facilities time. So doesn't this look a bit far-fetched? Because now we are talking of space travel, you're talking of travel to the Mars, which is light years, hundreds of light years away. So how much time are we talking here?
Correct. So the example which I have given in the PPT is that of an entire movie by itself. So it was a dedicated project, a project which ran into a couple of years. So till now, our customers have been those people who are interested in these long-term projects, and that's how that particular aspect of the travel services has been working till now. As far as the training aspect is concerned, since it was a dedicated project, the Interstellar project which I'm referring to, it was a dedicated project. So the entire cast and crew of that particular movie was trained and the service was delivered.
Okay. Yeah, just to make my point, I would like to conclude here that if anybody wants to travel to space, like what Elon Musk is offering or going to offer, a Virgin Atlantic CEO, Mr. Branson, is planning, they need to train, because you are now going to live in a situation where there is no gravity, and believe me, that's not easy. All right, over to you, Sai.
I have a very fundamental question. I didn't understand the video. It's just a series of pictures with the words legacy thrown around. What do you offer as a service? In one sentence, can you tell me what your business does?
It's a simple travel agency which offers you all kinds of travel related services. For example, booking flights, booking hotels, and not only that, our services range across all modes of transport, traditional as well as modern.
Okay, fine.
That
Okay.
is,
So
yeah.
you answered Ketan saying, "Arey, we don't care about these small budget train travelers and air travelers. We're looking at elite customers who need to pay 5 lakhs for time travel and something else. I don't know what else it is. Into space travel. Now, I don't. So, what booking service are you offering, which involves booking space travel and time travel? When you're the person offering it, I mean, there's no other. Is there any other company offering these two types of travel? If there isn't, then why do you have a booking part at all? Is your business optimized for your kind of service, or are you just randomly throwing things into the business because you imagine a travel agency needs to have a booking service? So I'll have a booking window, but nobody comes to that window. Have you thought through your business as much as you should?
All right. So even though the question seems very serious, I'll stick to my grounds of keeping it light and humorous. And
No, you come here to ask us for money. You can make it light and humorous, whatever. But you come here asking us for money to invest in your business as a. You want to grow your business, hopefully, with that money. So you can answer it any way you want. But money for us is a serious matter. We don't joke about money. Right? You can answer it, but
yeah. Okay, so I'll split my answer into two parts. Number one, the asking for money bit, and the reason why I am keeping it very light-hearted. And number two, your core question. So when it comes to keeping it light-hearted, I believe when the Synergy team was communicating with contestants as well as judges, as far as contestants were concerned, the communication with contestants was concerned, the communication was very clear that the objective is not a business case. We are not discussing business cases over here. All right. So the objective was simple. One of the objectives was humor, innovation, and new ideas. So I'm not challenging SOTC or these Kesari travels in the real.
But the business has to be internally consistent. You have a business, okay, fine. Nobody's ever done time travel or space travel at the scale you're planning to do. Internally, it has to make sense that yes, I'm offering space travel, but I'm also offering a booking window for something. What's the point of it? I mean, you could keep it humorous, but at least you should believe in your humor. You've come up with something which is not cohesive on its own, even if it's far-fetched, which is fine. If you can make a far-fetched business case of time travel, it's only celebrities using your time travel, all those things, but it has to make sense, right? And it right now doesn't make sense to me that you have all these aspects of your business which are not adding anything to your core offering of time travel and space travel. Why do you have them? That's what I'm asking.
All right. So as far as making sense is concerned, I believe that's the purpose of this particular call, right? So whatever apprehensions you have, I can probably try my best to answer and address those apprehensions. So when it comes to the practicality aspect of space travel and time travel, the core proposition is very simple, that we are offering not only basic services but also something which nobody else can offer in the market right now. When it comes to so one part of your question was also, are other services like the Richard Branson's service or Elon Musk's service, what are they offering in the market currently? So as far as my knowledge goes, these services have not been launched commercially. They are taking some advanced bookings, and they are building a list of customers. But as such, the services have not been commercially launched, and that's where we are ahead of them. Like I said in the movie, again in a lighthearted tone, that we have already completed one particular project of Interstellar when it comes to time travel, and when it comes to space travel, we gave the example of the Martian movie. Yeah, so that's the practicality aspect of it. If you want, I can give you more details so that it appears to be more coherent if you want to dig deeper into any of those aspects.
I mean, this was your chance. You have one shot at glory, right? You can't come back and say to me, listen, can we have this meeting tomorrow because I didn't come prepared? You get one shot at getting investors.
No,
not some 100
have
shots.
Two options. I have two options while answering you. Either I can give a 2-minute short and crisp answer, or I can go out rambling into all the details for 10-15 odd minutes and bore you out, and maybe give you the extra details which you probably are not looking for. So that's the reason I kept my answer very short and crisp, 2 odd minutes. And if you want, I can dig deeper also. I'm not asking for a meeting tomorrow. I can give my answers right now.
No, I'll leave my time to Raghavan.
Do we have the time? Or
We do have 5 minutes.
okay. So
Yeah, sure. Let me just come back to this. Why you chose 5 lakhs?
Good question. So in the preliminary customer research which we conducted, 5 lakhs was a good enough amount, not high enough. Any amount is not high enough for celebrities, and at the same time, it was not low enough to make it a very mass-oriented product. So in our surveys, this amount of 5 lakhs came out to be the ideal sweet spot for maintaining that exclusivity of the network and also making the business financially viable.
So, which means that can I take that the 5 lakhs is just the token amount?
Yes, it's the basic membership fees, and as I was answering Toastmaster Ketan earlier, value-added services are extra.
So I would say that your revenue of the 5 crores is only a very small portion of the total revenue that you get, because 5 crores because it's just the total token amount. So then what portion of revenue is that?
I would say it's approximately 30% odd, and special projects like the Martian project and the Interstellar project, they are big bang projects for us, and they bring in the most of the bucks.
Oh, okay. So in those projects like the Martian and the other projects, can I see it as a two-way approach? There are certain projects that you do, which is a small level projects where you collect this 5 lakhs and you do the entire operation by yourself, the end-to-end operation by yourself, like booking flights and other things. And the second portion of the projects, far-fetched projects like the Martian project and the Interstellar project, where you can tie up with other entities to get into the solutions. Is that your approach, or would you like to do an end-to-end for all of them?
Yeah, your understanding is correct, because as I mentioned earlier, the time travel technology which was asked by Toastmaster Alok, that is the licensed bit which we have licensed from NASA, because those are highly specialized technologies, and we do not have those highly high-end technology capabilities inside the organization, because after all, we are not a science organization, we are a travel agency. So those are licensed out.
So you do only two aspects. One, as a travel agency, you do an end-to-end arrangement for all travel, especially catering to the elite class. And the second, if some persons out of your window would like to do these far-fetched travels, you arrange for them. Fair enough?
You are right. Yeah.
That's perfect. Now, let me get into the first person. How can I say the second part constitutes a very small portion of your larger one? The persons who are really going for those far-fetched ideas? Because not many people would be liking to, right? Out of the 100 odd customers that you have got, maybe hardly a 5% portion would be going for these far-fetched ideas, right?
Yeah. So when it comes to number of customers, you are right. The number of customers opting for these special projects are low, but they drive 70% of our revenues.
Okay, but just arranging them with tying them up with NASA, you are able to get 70% of your revenue out of them.
No, NASA is just the technology partner. We are licensing it out. We are simply licensing the technology from NASA, and the rest of the bit is done by us.
Okay. So they are your technology. See, they do all the groundwork, and you get the revenue from the customer and pass it on to them, right?
Yep.
Okay. About the remaining 30%, which is the real business that you are doing from the end to end, what are the facilities that you cater to? Like you had told, you provide us a driver, you provide us a driver who entertains. Fair enough, that's cool. And your videos were really interesting and very good in the humor sense. But apart from that, what is that special thing that I should come to you for?
Oh yeah. So when it comes to the USP bit of the presentation, our customers really like our food, which I have already mentioned in the video, and the flexible payment options which we offer them. So those two are the standout features which have really helped us keep the customer retention rates high.
Okay. So if I were to pick up that, apart from this, I take off that 70% of your revenue, which is far-fetched projects. If I were to give you one chance to tell you in a line that what's so special about me, come to me for this, where the others don't do, where you are picking up the elite class, you're not picking up a normal person who is on this thing to come to you. So you are picking up an elite class who is going to trust you with their travel, right? So what would you push to them as this is what I offer, which nobody else does?
So, two major aspects. Number one, nobody is doing it in the market. We are the only ones who are doing it in the market. As I mentioned earlier, also the Richard Branson project and Elon Musk's project, they are still at the concept stage. They are not commercially launched yet. So right now,
Sorry to intervene. I'm not talking about those exquisite projects that you're doing, the tie-up with the NASA's. Yeah, I know that nobody's offering them to you, but the basic 30%, right? If
okay,
that portion.
Yeah. So as I mentioned to Toastmaster Ketan earlier, also, if you look at it as just a reservation, as just a booking, then you might think that there is no difference between our company and let's say a regular SOTC or Kesari Travels, right? But since the customer base which we have is only of celebs, that exclusive network acts as a big value differentiator. So people are paying not only for their regular bookings, they are paying to be part of that exclusive network. So that is what differentiates, and that is what gets the elites to us. I cannot hear.
Sorry. So your driver for the marketing, the entire marketing, is stretched to that point that you are an elite travel provider, which nobody else can accommodate, right?
Who is providing an access to a exclusive network of celebrities?
So do you filter customers? See, let's say I am a normal person or normal human being who comes with 5 lakhs to you and says, I want to book this thing with you, I want to register with you. Would you filter me out and say, no, this is meant for an elite person, so you cannot enter? Because 5 lakh is a very small amount, right? Anybody can give it to be that part of that elite club. Where I am with a person like Shah Rukh Khan or maybe a big celeb. So 5 lakh is a yeah.
So in our 10 odd years of operation, what we have found is, even though 5 lakhs might appear to be a relatively small amount, which let's say a regular upper middle class person can afford, but what has happened in the last 10 years for the customer base to be celebrity exclusive till now is that when a regular customer who is not a celeb per se, but who has those 5 lakhs, when he is comparing our services with other mass providers, regular customers tend to prefer those mass solution providers and not us, because they are looking for something called as value for money. We are proud to say we are not value for money. We are providing you an access to an elite network of celebs, and because of which we have not been required in the last 10 years to filter out anyone. The filtering out is happening in the customer's mind itself, and we are not differentiating with anyone on the basis of their social strata.
So let me just put it right, that if I were to come with you tomorrow saying that I want to register you for 5 lakhs,
Yep.
Further on the bookings that you being doing to me would be the normal air ticket bookings, or would it be something special?
So when it comes to celebs, it is always business class by default.
So you would that's where would you charge an exorbitant amount so that I would be detracted from coming to your services?
No, when it comes to the regular business class booking, it is whatever the ticket fare is.
So you're not going to detract me in any way. So all I need to do is pay 5 lakhs, right?
Yep.
And do a business class booking with you. and there is a fair chance that I would be sitting with a celeb next to a celeb.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so this how many of such customers do you think you would have got out of that 100?
That is what I'm saying. In the last 10 odd years of our operation, none. All of them are celebs. Because regular people look for value for money, which they do not find in us. And we are proud of that fact. And that is why our network consists only of celebs.
Okay. Actually, you could increase that barrier of 5 lakhs to a good amount. Or make a filter that only if you're a celeb, you could enter. This 5 lakh is okay anyway, token amount that I collect from you. But for getting into a membership with me being an elite club, you need to be something special, right? What about that thought?
Yeah, so I'll go back to the answer I had given to Ketan sir at the beginning, that we are not differentiating with anyone on the basis of Ketan sir had specifically asked about African customers. So we are not going to do that because that's not what our value system is. When it comes to raising the membership fees from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, point taken. You are obviously you are a respected investor who is looking to invest in my company. So I'll take your input. We'll do that customer survey again, and if we find in the customer survey that the price bar should be increased, we'll definitely do that.
So with these things, I could still for the 30%, still it's a good market for me to put my money into an elite club which offers services to specific customers, provided there is a barrier that nobody else can enter into that customer. I don't just do transport, I manage their end-to-end everything, right? What their normal managers couldn't do, because they would do it through their managers. For that 30%, yeah, my money is out there. The 70%, I feel it's a bit challenging, but the other part is there with me. Is it okay with you to, if I would put my money on that portion, would you be able to separate your books to cater to me investing in that portion?
Currently, that's not the structure with which we are operating, but we'll take it seriously. And before giving a final yes to your investment.
Fair enough.
Okay, how are we on time, Toastmaster Madhura?
So we are actually past 20 minutes. It's 28 minutes actually.
Any closing comments for
On my
Toastmaster?
side,
Yes, we can ask him to leave. And
I'm good, thanks.
Nicely defended thesis, yes.
I'm
thank you so
fine.
much. Thank you.
Super.
I like the question answer between Raghavan and Yash, and I think it's stuck with his brief and ably, in my humble opinion, ably defended it.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Yash, for doing it the last minute despite your challenges. So
And as part of Synergy Group, apologies to both Toastmaster Yash and Jury Sai. Yeah, we had expected a lighter vein in the answer of some of these questions. See, the idea was this, that when we make a presentation, even on a serious note, we need to add some humor on it. We don't want it to be totally serious and totally blunt. So we didn't, we expected, yes, a serious pitch mixed with a little bit of humor in it, if you could, right? So we didn't, yeah, but some of the ideas from the base itself, on the totally on the humorous side. We appreciate your imagination going to the extent, but sorry if you would have not conveyed it to you exactly what we wanted.
So I had a lot of fun doing this. I tried my best to strike a good balance between humor and practicality, and yeah, did the best I could in the time I had.
Sure, thanks.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Yash. All the best.
Yeah.
And the last question, too, I think everybody is out. I would like to be. There would be two set of candidates, two set of rankings provided based on how they defended their thesis, or on how do I think, or rather, whether there is any practical sense to it. So there are two ways to separate it out. So maybe Vidya and Madhura can help me out, because there are two different rankings. Just because defending your indefensible thesis. Second, not defending it properly, even though you have a better thesis, practical thesis.
Yeah, I think we as a team have learned a lot from this thing, what we have done. Probably when we mention imagination, we should really tell them, it should not probably cross the boundaries of reality, especially when you're speaking of an entrepreneur's pitch. That is the biggest mistake probably that we as a team have done. So this is a learning for us, and thanks to the guidance of Toastmaster Sai and Toastmaster Alok, now that you have mentioned, that we should probably set the ground rules in a more firm way when we are going to something like this, or at least not compare it with Shark Tank, and tell that okay, this is on a lighter vein. So all of us take it for fun.
I don't know. I have not seen Shark Tank. I do not know. I do not.
The way
see
the way
TV
I
shows.
would
Sorry, I think all of us are speaking one about it.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt here, but I need to leave.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Ketan, for your time.
see Toastmaster Alok, Yuri Alok, what we could do is give an equal weightage to both these criteria. There are some ideas which were practical, right? And they tried to defend a practical idea, which is an easy work, right? Being because at Toastmasters we are not just looking, we are not actually inviting business ideas to put our real money in. That would be a different context altogether, right? But defending an idea which takes some difficulties, right? And pushing your idea with at times even being stern with some of these ideas, being flexible also at times, we can give a weightage to all of them when we decide. It's left to the juries. The criteria is there. You can give a weightage based on your thoughts and whether he has defended his. The idea is not whether his idea was really a workable idea when you really have to put your money into it, because we are not going to put our money into it. The idea is with whatever he had, was he able to convince us or not, right? And was he able to come back to us? And when we offered him a counter offers, whether he was able to justify the counter offers that we had given, or was he? We can go in those lines.
Completely fine.
What about it?
Sorry to interrupt. We have less than 1 minute left, so we all might have to rejoin to continue.
No, we
Yeah,
do
that's
not
okay.
rejoin. I will give the ranking back to Vidya. Sure.
Okay, or on the group we can discuss it on the WhatsApp group if everyone needs it.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's already 1:30 now. Let's go.
I'm sorry
Thanks,
if there was
guys.
any.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sai. Thank you, Sai.
Thank you.